fun, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. And as we get deeper into the season, MP's let it be known that he intends to get his hands on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And he's well aware of the other contenders as well. So if he is going to win that award, he knows he has to be at his best when he's matched up against his fellow rookies. I love MP's ambition. Going to be fun to see how he battles.
For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, Kev. We are deep into the season, and MP is in the thick of the Rookie of the Year race. I asked him if he felt any pressure, and he said, "No way, I'm just here to win." Icing on the cake. He may be young, but he's already focused on the right things. Guys?
Good stuff, DA. Great stuff, in fact. Gotta love that team-first mindset of MP.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. He's been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
The great one with the bucket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Randall. Off target at the rim. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's the great one missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Now Randall. Russell looking around. And the wide open shot from Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For the Pistons, it's been a slow start here. It's a 3-point game. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Hachimura. Pistons passing it around. Here's the great one. The shot's good. The great one's got his second bucket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And now look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month. The Pistons, number 1.
You know, offensively, people are moving without the ball, making the extra pass, and that's led to a high shooting percentage for them, really, over the last month.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Randall outside. Top of the key, Russell. Reed the pass to Randall. Good on the triple. Randall's got 6.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Pass to the great one. Hachimura grabs the miss.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Edwards finds Hachimura. Hachimura setting the pick for Edwards. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team...
Well, the finishing ability of Rui Hachimura on display. This guy has a knack for getting around defenders and into his groove.
The great one passes to Thompson. Inside. The great one with the bucket. And that's now 6 points for the great one.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Randle no good. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Durant. And
they're the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Hachimura setting the pick for Russell. It's three-pointers off the mark. The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. That evens the score. 8 points for him.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And the Timberwolves with possession. Pass to Hachimura. Randle outside. There's the triple. Detroit with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So we'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Russell after the made shot from the great one. Russell passes to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Pistons have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And it's the great one missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Edwards kicks to Hachimura. Edwards inside, working on Thompson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA, and I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Harris is checked in for Duran. And it's the great one missing.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's Edwards. The offensive rebound. Here's Russell with the three. No good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's the great one. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 14 points for the great one.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Hey, Kevin, as the trade deadline gets closer, it's the Lakers front office making things happen. They've long known the value of veteran leadership. That was the driving force from what I'm told about this deal for Mike Conley. He's been in the league for so long, and Conley has seen it all. Now he'll give them that court and locker room presence they felt was missing.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. And he's got his first chance at the line here. A different look here for Detroit. Stewart's checked in for the great one. Fontecchio's coming in for Thompson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Ivy. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in. Look here for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. The great one comes in for Harris. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Fontecchio. And Ivy subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Mars is checked in. Joe Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. Edwards has come in for Hachimura. And Dillingham subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Dillingham. Edwards is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Garza in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The great one. Pass to Ivy. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And it's all evened up. Cunningham's got 6.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's DiVincenzo on the mark with the 15-footer.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's the great one, and it falls over the rim and in. The great one's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Edwards kicks to Ingles, like at 6, and the 3 ball is good. Ingles has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's the great one. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Ingles with the screen for Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Cunningham. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Ingles. Fires for 3. And it's the great one with the rebound. Pistons have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Ingles over to help. And it's the great one missing. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. No good on the triple. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Drains it from beyond the arc. The great one's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pistons.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Up top, DiVincenzo. Pass to Garza. 5 to shoot. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's the great one. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards got 5 rebounds tonight. Good D by Thompson.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Yep, it counts. The great one's got 10 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. It's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props. Crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
You look at Ivy. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Off the run, Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Hornets was superb. He had an impressive number of points. And as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. Just a fantastic night for him. The kind he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Taking a look here at some numbers for the great one. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 8 rebounds and 2.5 blocks. And on both ends of the floor, he's a guy they look for to take up space inside.
Well, certainly with the rebounding, with the ability to block shots, basically he does all the dirty work. So the other guys can look pretty.
Read the pass to Hachimura. Handle with the ball. Trying to end the drought. Rebound, Detroit. The Great Ones got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Edwards looking it over. Hachimura the pass to Edwards. For Edwards. Over Ivy. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Well, when you play with the level of focus and energy level that Rui brings nightly, Hachimura able to create that second chance opportunity.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Ivy passes to the Great One. It's good. And that's now 30 points for the Great One.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 12 points again in the basket from Edwards. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Here's Randall. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Here's the Great One. Again, the Pistons score.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Russell passes to Reed. Here's Hachimura. The rebound by Ivy.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
A floater. And it's the Great One missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Well, they pushed the action on the offensive end, strategically super aggressive, and it really paid off for them at the free throw line.
Now he's got 13. Russell finds Hachimura. Down low, out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Jalen Duren.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Duren, and Harris subbed in for Thompson.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Randall from outside, and it's the great one with the rebound.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And the dunk by Stewart.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
He's missed everything he's taken in this quarter, and it's making it very difficult for them to come back.
In the corner, Ivy with it. Here's the great one. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed. I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Lets it go with the three. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And then Randall slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
To the inside. It's good. 36 points for the great one.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Three-pointer, Randall. That shot misses.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
The great one with the bucket. The great one's got 38 points.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Russell. Pass to Reed. Now, Hachimura. 6 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Number 24.
Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Randall. Julius Randall. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Randall. Here's Sasser. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's Detroit running away with this one. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Detroit Pistons.
Well, to be honest, a good shot for one person may not be a good shot for you. Each guy on this team has to understand his limitation and play to their strengths.
Self-awareness, an important trait for those who are constantly trying to get better. And let's move to some recent news. Multiple trades are shaking up the league.
And their fans should be excited to see Conley coming in. He's a guy that can bind the team together, control the pace, make sure everyone stays involved.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Detroit leading by 23. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Duran out there with the Great One, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Cunningham outside. From the arc. Yet another bucket.
Yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. Now here's Edwards. That one goes. Count it. Edwards got 15.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough one.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Hachimura kicks to Russell. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. 5 points in the game.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense. You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Randall. The 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's the Great One. He's defended by Randall.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Edwards inside. Ivy defending. Edwards no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Russell passes to Reed. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Boy, Naz Reid able to concentrate and finish despite incredible defense.
To the middle. And it's in there. The Great One's got 47 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Outside Edwards. Cunningham against Hachimura. Reed with a screen for Russell. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 11 rebounds in the game. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Here's the Great One. Lets it go from the wing. Again, the Pistons good for two.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Pass to Edwards. Out to Russell. Three-pointer, Randall. Detroit with the rebound. The Great One's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. From the line. Minnesota with the rebound. Outside Russell. Here is Edwards. Ivy defending. Back to Russell. 5 on the clock. Randall outside. Pass to Russell from past the arc. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. On the wing, Thompson. Here's the Great One. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Hachimura's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sweet little floater. Hachimura's got 6.
Boy, even with the contact, Rui Hachimura doesn't lose his touch or his concentration. So tough to distract this guy.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Detroit making a switch here. Hollins checked in. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month.
The basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Pass to Ivy. Russell against Cunningham. Here's Holland. Jacks up a 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5. Timberwolves trail by 17. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Joe Ingles is out there with Edwards. Then it's Gillingham. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Garza in at the 5 spot. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's the great. Good, he hits again.
And only a handful of the all-time greats have more 50-point games than he does.
He's moved all the way into a tie for 4th place on that list.
It's himself and James Harden. And from there, only Kobe, MJ, and Wilt are ahead of him. Wilt may be hard to track down, but he's got the others in his sights.
Here's the great one. Ingles covering, and it's the great one missing. Timberwolves trail by 19. To the paint, here's DiVincenzo. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Pass to the great one. Offline with his three. The Timberwolves shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. They get it back. Here's Garza. The layup off target. Pistons leading by 19 points. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. The great one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
So we can't get either to fall. Timberwolves trail by 19. To the middle. No good on that one. Great defense that time from Duran. Ivy passes to the great one. Releases from the wing and drills it. The great one's got 53.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to Garza. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Pistons leading by 21. Harris looking it over. Duran with a screen on Edwards. Here's the great one. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 55 points for the great one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Edwards against Harris. Trying to get something going. Nice touch on the bank shot. Edwards got 20 points.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Count it.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Minnesota making some changes. Einod's checked in, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Dillingham. Russell passes to Ingles. No one near him. And he nails the jumper.
Well, you have to admire the mindset of Joe Ingles. This guy focuses on taking quality shots that come within the context of the offense.
The great one, and there's another one for the Pistons.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Outside Edwards. Ingles with the screen for Edwards. Over Harris. Edwards can't hit.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shoots from the line, and it's the great one missing. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Russell high post. He's against Cunningham. Oh!
My goodness. Man, that's strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Going inside. The great one with the bucket.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Russell kicks to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. Puts up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
It's really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
Russell passes to Edwards. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
That one is off. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Stewart. Checked in for Detroit. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They lead by 30. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Edwards. And the layup is good. Edwards got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
And it's the great one missing.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Detroit.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the great one.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Off target from three-point range. Here's the great one for three. And again for three.
And defenses around the NBA have to deal with his three-point marksmanship. And he's already proven in his rookie campaign there's very little you can do to slow him down.
It has been a lot of fun, hasn't it, to watch him expand his skill set this season. And lo and behold, he now holds the 4th spot all time for three-pointers in a rookie campaign. To me, that is amazing. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge.